And environmental watchdogs extending condolences to the family of the latest shark attack victim, and in doing so weighing in on local shark stats and what could be the driving force behind such vicious attacks. LaDawn Davis reports.
The bull shark attack on 58-year-old American visitor Caroline DiPlacido on September 6 could perhaps best be described as a scene from the ever-popular thriller Jaws. Sadly, DiPlacido, who at the time was on a snorkeling expedition with relatives, was not the first such victim. A similar chain of events ended the life of a 21-year-old female in 2019 near the very same Green Key area. But despite crippling public attention, shark attacks are said to be quite rare in the Bahamas. Director of Science and Policy from the Bahamas National Trust, Falon Cartwright, used what little data she had to back this up.
We have had 7 confirmed bites over the last decade, and this would be the second fatal incident that we've seen. So if you think about the number of people entering the water every day in the Bahamas and around the world, you're talking about millions of people. And annually, an average of less than 10 fatalities as a result of human and shark interactions are recorded. So we need to keep in perspective that this is really rare, and that while we should be making every effort to make sure that tourists and Bahamians are as safe as possible.
As Cartwright reminds, the Bahamas has a fairly healthy shark population due to the lack of pressure from commercial fishing. The sharks common to the Bahamas, the Caribbean reef, bull, tiger, nurse, and lemon sharks. As the case with DiPlacido and the other victim before her, females are oftentimes the victims of these fatal attacks. The question is, could menstruation be a contributing factor? Well, Cartwright says not necessarily.
They don't see humans as their natural prey as well. So oftentimes these incidents they make an error, they misjudge, and then now there's blood in the water, and there's a friendly, it's like a reaction, but they're not seeking out humans per se. And I don't know the data on that, but I don't think that there's been a strong causal link between saying like they're seeking out women because of that. I don't think so.
But one of the things Falon is suggesting is not only the further regulating of shark excursions, but the wildlife as well.
We know that people like to feed iguanas on excursions, right, in the Exuma Keys, for example. And some data is showing us that the diet, that unnatural diet, is causing the equivalent of high glucose level or high blood sugar in these animals, and you're altering their diet. So there's a need to make sure that we are studying what's going on, the impacts, and making decisions based on the science. Faculty and staff of Gannon University, where DiPlacido served as project coordinator, have since held a prayer service in her memory. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.